Hello everyone, this is Krati Pateria. Today we will learn about size separation. The major topics that will be covered in today's presentation are size separation, objective of size separation, official standard of powder, sieves, mechanism of size separation, sieve shaker machine, cyclone separator, air separator, illustration tank, and the last one is bag filter. Size separation is a unit operation that involves the separation of a mixture of various size particles into two or more portions by means of screening surface. Screening surface means sieves, any cloth. It is a unit operation. Unit operation means it is a basic step in a process. Size separation is also known as sieving, sifting, screening, and this technique is based on physical differences between the particle such as size, shape, and density. Objective or application of size separation to determine particle size for the production of tablet and capsule. In production of tablet and capsule, uniformity comes when the particle size of all particles are same. To improve mixing of powder, to improve solubility and stability of particle during production, to optimize feed rate, agitation, screening during production, quality control of raw material, useful in production of tablet, capsule, suspension, emulsion, ophthalmic preparation, ointment, cream. Mixing is easier when we separate the particles according to their particle size, and it also helps in to choose any sieve and sifting. And if any ophthalmic preparation, ointment and cream contains large particle, so it causes irritation. Official standards for powder. The IP, Indian Pharmacopoeia, has laid down the standards for powder for pharmaceutical purpose. The IP specifies 5 grades of powder, which are coarse powder, a powder of which all the particles pass through a sieve with nominal mesh aperture of 1.7 mm is also known as 10 number sieve, and not more than 40% through a sieve with nominal mesh aperture of 355 micrometer, also known as number 44 sieve, is called coarse powder. Moderately coarse powder, a powder of which all the particles pass through a sieve with nominal mesh aperture of 710 micrometer, means 22 number sieve, and not more than 40% through a sieve with nominal mesh aperture of 250 micrometer, means 60 number sieve, is called moderately coarse powder. Means coarse powder in which particles passes through the 10 number sieve but not more than 40% through 44 number sieve is called coarse powder, and moderately coarse powder same as when particles passes through the 22 number sieve but not from 60 number sieve is called moderately coarse powder. Moderately fine powder, if all the particles of a powder pass through a sieve with nominal mass aperture of 355 micrometer, means the number of 44 sieve, and not more than 40% through a sieve with nominal mesh aperture of 180 micrometer, means 85 number sieve, it falls in this group. fine powder when the powder pass through a sieve with a nominal mass aperture of 180 micrometer, means 85 number sieve, it is called fine powder. Very fine when the particles of powder passes through a sieve with a nominal mass aperture of 125 micrometer, means 120 number sieve, it is said to be very fine powder. Nominal mass of nominal mass aperture, it is a degree of coarseness or fineness of a powder is differentiated by the nominal aperture size of the mesh of the sieve through which the powder is able to pass. And this term are used in the description of powder. Sieves. Sieves are constructed from wire, cloth with square meshes woven from wire of brass, bronze, stainless steel or any other suitable material. The wires of brass, bronze, stainless steel or any other suitable material. The wires should be of uniform circular cross section and should not be coated or plated. There should not be any reaction between the material of the sieve and the substance which is being sifted from it. Standards for sieve used to testing must specify the following. Number of sieve. Sieve number indicate the number of meshes in a length of 2.54 cm in each transverse direction parallel to the wires. Number of sieve, it denote the number of holes present in the sieve within 1 inch length of the sieve mesh. For example, consider the number 4 sieve which have a mesh opening of 4.76 millimeter. There will be 4 number of 4.76 millimeter opening present within the 1 inch length of the mesh. Next, nominal size of aperture. Nominal size of aperture indicate the distance between the wires. It represents the length of the side of the square aperture. The IP has given the nominal mesh aperture size for majority of sieves in millimeter or in centimeter. Nominal size of aperture here present means distance between the two wires, and these are sieves. Nominal diameter of the wire. Wire mesh sieves are made from the wire having the specified diameter in order to give a suitable aperture size and sufficient strength to avoid distortion of the sieve. Distortion means change the shape. Approximate percentage sieving area. This standard expresses the area of the meshes, a percentage of the total area of the sieve. It depends on the size of the wire used for any particular sieve number. Generally, the sieving area is kept within the range of 35 to 40% in order to give suitable strength to the sieve. Now, tolerance average aperture size. Some variation in the aperture size is unavoidable, and when this variation is expressed as a percentage, it is known as the aperture tolerance average. Mechanism of size separation. The working of mechanical sieving devices are based on any of the following method: agitation, brushing, and centrifugal. Agitation method. Sieves may be agitated in a number of different ways, such as oscillation, vibration, gyration. Oscillation. This sieve is mounted in a frame that oscillates back and forth. It is a simple method, but the material may roll on the surface of the sieve. Vibration. The sieve is vibrated at high speed by means of an electric device. The rapid vibration is imparted to the particles on the sieve, which help to pass the powder material through it. And last is gyration. In this method, a system is made so that sieve is on rubber mounting and connected to an eccentric flywheel which is moved back and forth. This gives a rotary movement with small amplitude to see which turn give a spinning motion to the particles that help to pass them through a sieve. Oscillate in simple language, oscillation means movement back and forth in a regular rhythm. Agitation method are not continuous method but can be made so by inclination of the sieve and the provision of separate outlet for undersized and the oversized particle. Brushing method. In this case, a brush is used to move the particles on the surface of the sieve and to keep the mess clear. The brush is rotated in the middle in the case of circular sieve, but spiral brush is rotated on the longitudinal axis in case of a horizontal cylindrical sieve. Centrifugal method. In this method, a high-speed rotor is fixed inside the vertical cylindrical sieve so that on rotation of rotor, the particles are thrown outwards by centrifugal force. The current of air which is produced due to high speed of rotor helps in sieving the powder. Brushing method. It is used to separate the size of the greasy or sticky powder. And centrifugal method. Example of centrifugal method like a cyclone separator and air separator. Centrifugal method advantage, there is one advantage of centrifugal method, that is chances of blockage of sieve is less. Now sieving method. In this method, the fine powder is separated from the coarse powder by using sieves of desired number. The degree of fineness of a powder is known with the help of sieve through which the powder material is passed. Sieves are numbered in order to distinguish from each other. Means the particles of different size are separated by passing them through number of sieves in nest which oscillates back and forth continuously to reciprocating motion. Working and construction. Size separation of powder is done by passing the powder material through a set of sieves. Sieves are arranged in descending order, means sieve of larger size is at the top and the smallest one at the bottom. The bottom sieve is attached to the receiving pan or collector. The material is placed in the uppermost sieve. The sieves are shaken with the help of mechanical sieve shaker or electromagnetic devices. It helps the particles to passes through the sieves. Figure of sieve shaker machine. Shaking screen consists of a metal frame to which a screens are fixed. The standard sieves of different meshes number are used, and the sieves are arranged in such a way that the largest aperture will be at the top and the smallest aperture will be at the bottom. In sieve shaker machine, a sieve nest consists of 6 to 8 sieves. Powder sample having weight of 50 gram is placed on topmost sieve. Then close the sieve set and fixed it onto mechanical shaker apparatus. Then start shaking the sieve set for required time. Then all sieves are disassembled. The powder retained on each sieve is collected and weighed. Advantages: inexpensive, it is very easy to use and it requires less power. And disadvantage: chances of clogging of sieve if powder is not properly dry, and second is during shaking attrition may occur. Principle of a cyclone separator. In cyclone separator, the centrifugal force is used to separate solids from fluid. The separation depends not only the particle size but also on densities of particle. Hence, depending on the fluid velocity, the cyclone separator can be used to separate all types of particle or to remove only coarse particle and allow fine particles to be carried through with the liquid. Means this is based on centrifugal principle of centrifugal force. Construction. It consists of a cylindrical vessel with a conical base. In the upper part of the vessel is fitted with a tangential inlet and the fluid outlet, and at the base it is fitted with solid outlet. Working. The suspension of solid in gas is introduced tangentially at a very high velocity so that rotary movement takes place within the vessel. The fluid is removed from a central outlet at the top. The rotatory flow within the cyclone separator causes the particles to be acted on by centrifugal force. The solid are thrown out to the walls. Thereafter it falls to the conical base and discharge out through solid outlet. And the air or vapor can escape from central outlet at the top. Uses. Cyclone separator are used to separate suspension of a solid in gas, and it can be used with liquid suspension of gas and separating heavy or coarse fraction from the fine dust. We can see in figure it consists a vertical cylindrical vessel and it has a conical base or bottom, and the upper portion of vessel is fitted with tangential inlet. The outlet is arranged at the base. Then the solids are suspended in gas or air stream and introduced tangentially at very high velocity into the vessel. A tangential inlet is the most common type of inlet because it is least expensive and most efficient. Then the rotary motion takes place inside the vessel as shown in second figure. As a result, vortex formation occur. The centrifugal force and the vortex through the solid to the wall. The coarse solid particle fall into the conical bottom and are collected through solid outlet, and the air or vapor can escape from the central outlet at the top. Air separator. Principle. It works on the same principle as that of cyclone separator, but in this case the air movement is obtained by means of rotating disc and blade. To improve the separation, the stationary blades are used. By controlling these blades and the speed of rotation, it is possible to vary the size at which separation occurs. Construction. It consists of a cylindrical vessel with a conical base, and in the upper part of the separator the vessel is fitted with feed inlet, and at the base there are two outlets, one for light particle and other for heavy particles. The rotating disc and rotating blades are attached to the central shaft to produce air movement. Working. The sample powder is passed through the feed inlet which falls on the rotating disc. The rotating blades are attached to the same shaft. These produce a current of air as shown by the arrows in figure. The fine particles are picked up and are carried into space where air velocity is sufficiently reduced. The fine particles are dropped and ultimately collected at an outlet meant for fine particles. The heavy particles which fall downward are removed at an outlet meant for heavy particles. Uses. Air separator is often attached to the ball mill or hammer mill to separate and return oversized particle for further size reduction. We can see in the figure, in second figure, the feed enter the center of the vessel through the feed inlet. The admitted feed falls on the rotating blade and the rotating disc. The rotating disc produces an air jet in the direction indicated in the diagram. The fine particles are collected by the air stream and brought into the space of the settling chamber where the air velocity is sufficiently reduced so that the fine particles fall out and are eliminated through the fine particle outlet. Particles too heavy to be collected by the air stream are removed at the outlet of the coarse particle. This is the working of air separator. Illustration method. The size separation of powder is based on the low density of fine particles and high density of the coarse particle. Elutriating tank is used to separate the coarse and fine particles of powder after levitation. Levitation, it is a process of grinding an insoluble substance to a fine powder while wet. Working. The dry powder or paste made by levitation process is kept in an elutriating tank and mixed with a large quantity of water. The solid particles are uniformly distributed in the liquid by stirring and then it is allowed to settle down. Depending on the density of solid particles, it will either settle down or remain suspended in water. Means we prepare a suspension for this process. The sample is withdrawn at different heights through the outlet. These are dried and thus the powder with various size fractions are collected. Nowadays, in illustration process, the particles are suspended in a moving fluid, generally water or air. The apparatus consists of a vertical column within an inlet near the bottom for suspension and an outlet at the base for coarse particle and overflow near the top for fluid and fine particles. One column will give single separation into two fractions. If more than one fraction is required, a number of tubes of increasing area of cross section can be connected in series. The velocity of the fluid decreases in succeeding tubes as the area of cross section increases, thus giving a number of fractions. These fractions are separated and dried. Advantages. The process is continuous depending on the number of fraction required. The same number of tubes of different area of cross section can be connected. The separation is quick as compared to other method of separation. The apparatus is more compact than as that used in sedimentation method. And disadvantage, the suspension of solid particles has to be diluted, which may not be desired in certain cases. As we can see in this method, the fluid movement is to the opposite direction of the sedimentation of the particle. The apparatus consists of a vertical column. A suspension of solid is introduced through the inlet near the bottom of the column. As outlet for coarse particles is also available at the base. The fluid and fine particles overflow from the top of the column Due to the velocity gradient across the column, it results in the separation of particles of different size. Bag filter. Size separation of fine dust from the milk powder is achieved in two steps. In first step, the milk powder is passed through a bag filter by applying the suction on the opposite side of feed entry. In the second step, pressure is applied in order to shake the bags so that powder adhering to the bags falls off, which is collected from the conical base. Construction. It consists of number of bags made of cotton or wool fabric. These are suspended in a sheet metal container. A bell crank lever arrangement is made to bring the filter to normal atmospheric condition. Working. There are two steps. First is feed is separated from air by passing it through the cloth bags, and second step, bags are shaken to collect the fines that are adhered to the bag. These two steps are subsequent and are controlled at different interval with the help of bell crank lever arrangement. First is filtering period. The exhaust fan position at the top keep the bags under less pressure than atmospheric pressure. The gas containing fine particle or dust enters the hopper and passes up. The gas feed passes through the fabric of bag. During this process, the fines are retained in the bags while gas reaches the top of the casing. Because of air, the bag remains taut, means it stretched during filtration operation. And second is shaking period. Since vacuum is cut off in the chamber, air from outside enters the casing and passes through the bag. This results in violent shaking of the bags so that the dust and fine particles are displaced from the bags and falls into the conical base. And uses bag filters are used along with other size separation equipment, example cyclone separator. It is connected to the fluidized energy mill to discharge it. And they are also used to clean the air of a room. So there are two figures. In first one, filtering period and shaking period. Filtering period, during this period, the gas containing dust enters through the hopper, then it is passed inside the bags, and at the top of the apparatus, the vacuum fan produces a pressure below the atmospheric pressure inside the apparatus, means a vacuum situation. The vacuum fan produces a pressure below the atmospheric pressure inside the apparatus. As a result, the particle get trapped within the bag. This is done in filtering period, means first step. And in second, shaking period. During this period, the bell crank lever rotate and change the position of damper. The outside air enters through the top in the metal casing and therefore the vacuum is broken. At the same time, it causes violent shaking or jerking action to the bags. Dust or fine particles are displaced from the bag. The maximum portion of dust fall into the hopper, which is withdrawn further from the conical base. Thank you for watching my presentation.